During ejaculation, nearly 300 million sperms move from the testes through the tubes called the vas deferens into the area of the prostate. At this point, the prostate contracts, closing off the opening between the bladder and the urethra, releasing fluid into the urethra and pushing semen on through. The seminal forms a thick fluid that is alkaline in order to protect sperm from the acidic environment of the female vagina. The gel is liquefied by enzymes from the prostate gland. It also contains sugars to nourish the sperm. The seminal plasma is left in the vagina. Sperm use their tails to swim through the layers of cervical mucus that guard the entrance to the uterus. During ovulation, this barrier becomes thinner and changes its acidity, creating a friendlier environment for the sperm. On the other side, after releasing the egg, at about day 14 of the period, the egg arrives at a specific portion of the tube called the angular isthmic junction. It rests for another 30 hours. Fertilization occurs in this portion of the tube. Once the sperm has entered the uterus, contractions propel the sperm upward into the fallopian tubes. To meet the waiting egg, sperm must travel from the vagina to the fallopian tubes, a tough journey that few sperm survive. This process may be nature's way of allowing only the healthiest sperm to fertilize the egg to provide the best chances of having a healthy baby. The first sperm enter the tubes a few minutes after ejaculation. However, the first sperm are not likely to fertilize the egg. Motile sperm can survive in the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days. The magic happens in the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tube pushes the egg towards the uterus. Cilia push the sperm towards the egg. Also, the surrounding cells of the egg produce a chemical that attracts sperm. The sperm first burrow through the cells of the corona radiata. Then, upon contact with the zona pellucida, the sperm bind to the receptors in the zona pellucida. Then, the enzyme-filled cap of the sperm, called the acrosome, releases its stored digestive enzymes. Finally, the sperm must fuse with the egg plasma membrane. This event causes the egg membrane to change and prevent other sperm from attaching to it. Now attached, the sperm's nucleus, where the chromosomes are stored, enters the egg cell, looking for the egg's nucleus. Egg combines genetic material with the sperm to create a full set of chromosomal DNA with 23 pairs of chromosomes that contain a unique copy of half the genes of the parent source. This is the blueprint for a whole new unique person that instantly determines gender, hair color, eye color, and many other characteristics. The combined sperm and egg is called a zygote. It is the earliest developmental stage. It divides rapidly in the days following fertilization. The zygote then travels down the fallopian tube to the uterus. After fertilization, the zygote continues to divide and morph into a blastocyst ball of 16 cells, approximately 5 to 6 days after fertilization. It is smaller than the tip of a ballpoint pen. Only 20% to 30% of fertilized eggs will reach the blastocyst stage. Embryos that survive this stage of development have a high implantation potential once transferred into the uterine cavity.
The blastocyst hatches out of its shell and burrow into the uterine wall, endometrium, which serves as the source of oxygen and nutrients. About 4 weeks from the beginning of the last period, near the next period, the blastocyst has begun to produce the pregnancy hormone to tell your ovaries to stop releasing eggs. From then on, the menstrual cycle pauses. The blastocyst is called an embryo now. Home pregnancy test might be able to get a positive result. At week 5, the circulatory system, brain, and spinal cord are beginning to form, and the tiny heart will start to beat. The baby's heart beats about 54 million times before birth. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the growing baby and removes waste products from the baby's blood via the umbilical cord. The nose, mouth, and ears are starting to shape at week 6. At weeks 7 and 8, the embryo has doubled in size since last week's. Little hands and feet start to grow. At week 9 to 12 of pregnancy, the embryo is called a fetus. The baby is almost fully formed and has completed the most critical portions. The facial features are more recognizable. The fetus's head is rotated and bent towards the chest, and he can occasionally touch his face. The diaphragm muscles start to grow. The reproductive, circulatory, and urinary systems are all at an advanced stage of development. The fetus will urinate in the amniotic sac. It is a sign of the proper functioning of the fetus's body. If the baby is a girl, her ovaries contain millions of eggs. If the fetus is a boy, his testicles will already start producing testosterone, male sex hormone, which is necessary for the development of his reproductive system. She or he is about 5 centimeters in size and 14 grams in weight. She or he is growing and maturing until ready to birth.
Good morning, teacher. How are you today? We are fine, thank you. May I know who is absent this morning? None, teacher. Okay, that's good to hear. Now, before we proceed to our new discussion, I have here our classroom rules that you need to attain during our class discussion. Everybody, please read. Sit properly. Raise your hand if you want to answer. Listen carefully to my discussion. If you have clarification, please approach to the teacher. Now, I have here a picture. All you have to do is to observe the picture carefully because right after I am going to ask you some questions related to this picture. Now, are you ready, class? Yes, teacher. Okay. What have you observed in the first picture? Okay, Mr. What? Okay, that's right. Now, have you seen your mother during her pregnancy? Yes, teacher. What have you observed in your mother's tummy? The tummy. Okay, miss. The tummy is bigger every month. That's right. Now, how about this second picture? What have you seen in the second picture? Okay, miss. It's a baby, teacher. All right. Now, class, I will show you a short video clip related to our topic. Please observe the video carefully and take note of the important details. And before that, I will group you into 3 groups. This will be the group 1, the group 2, and then the rest is the group 3. All you have to do is to answer these following guide questions. Group 1.
What is fertilization and development? What will happen when a sperm and egg fuses?
And then group 2. Please read your question.
Explain what are reduced organ system that develop during 7 and 8 weeks. What way does the brain and spinal cord are beginning to form?
Now how about
Explain what will happen in 9 to 12 weeks and what organ system can develop. What is the function of the placenta during pregnancy?
Okay, class, here's your materials for this activity. Group 1. Group 2. And group 3. Now, are you ready, class?
between the bladder and the urethra, releasing fluid into the urethra and pushing semen on through. The semen forms a thick fluid that is alkaline in order to protect sperm from the acidic environment of the female vagina. The gel is liquefied by enzymes from the prostate gland. It also contains sugars to nourish the sperm. The seminal plasma is lighted in the vagina. Sperm use their tails to swim through the layers of cervical mucus that guard the entrance to the uterus. During ovulation, this barrier becomes thinner and changes its acidity, creating a friendlier environment for the sperm. On the other side, after releasing the egg, at about 14 of the year, the egg arrives at a specific portion of the tube called the angular ischic junction. It rests for another 3 hours. Fertilization occurs in this portion of the tube. Once the sperm has entered the uterus, contractions propel the sperm outward into the fallopian tubes. To meet the weight gain, sperm must travel from the vagina to the fallopian tubes, a tough journey and few sperm survive. This process may be nature's way of allowing only the healthiest sperm to fertilize the egg to provide the best chances of having a healthy baby. The first sperm enter the tubes a few minutes after ejaculation, but however, the first sperm are not likely to fertilize the egg. Mobile sperm can survive in the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days. The matching happens in the fallopian tubes. The fallopian tube pushes the egg towards the uterus. Cilia push the sperm towards the egg. Also, the surrounding cells of the egg produce a chemical that attracts sperm. The sperm first burrow through the cells of the hormone radiator. Then, upon contact with the zona pellucida, the sperm bind to the receptors in the zona pellucida. Then, the enzyme-filled cap of the sperm, called the acrosome, releases its stored digestive enzymes. Finally, the sperm must fuse with the egg plasma membrane. This event causes the egg membrane to change and prevent other sperm from attaching to it. Now attached, the sperm's nucleus, where the chromosomes are stored, enters the egg cell, looking for the egg's nucleus. Egg combines genetic material with the sperm to create a full set of chromosomal DNA with 23 pairs of chromosomes that contain a unique copy of half the genes of the parent source. This is the blueprint for a whole new unique person that instantly determines gender, hair color, eye color, and any other characteristics. The combined sperm and egg is called a zygote. It is the earliest developmental stage. It divides rapidly in the days following fertilization. The zygote then travels down the fallopian tube to the uterus. After fertilization, the zygote continues to divide and morph into a blastocyst ball of 16 cells, approximately 5 to 6 days after fertilization. It is smaller than the tip of a ballworm egg. Only 20% to 30% of fertilized eggs will reach the blastocyst stage. Embryos that survive this stage of development have a high implantation potential once transferred into the uterine cavity. The blastocyst hatches out of its shell and burrow into the uterine wall, endometrium, which serves as the source of oxygen and nutrients. About 4 weeks from the beginning of the last period, near the next period, the blastocyst has begun to produce the pregnancy hormone to tell your ovaries to stop releasing eggs. From then on, the menstrual cycle pauses. The blastocyst is called an embryo. Home pregnancy tests might be able to get a positive result. At week 5, the circulatory system, brain, and spinal cord are beginning to form, and the tiny heart will start to beat. The baby's heart beats about 54 million times before birth. The placenta provides oxygen and nutrients to the growing baby, and removes waste products from the baby's blood via the umbilical cord. The nose, mouth, and ears are starting to shape at week 6. At weeks 7 and 8, the embryo has doubled in size since last week's. Little hands and feet start to grow. At week 9 to 12 of pregnancy, the embryo is called a fetus. The baby is almost fully formed and has completed the most critical portions. The facial features are more recognizable. The fetus's head is rotated and bent towards the chest, and he can occasionally touch his face. The diaphragm muscles start to grow. The reproductive, circulatory, and urinary systems are all at an advanced stage of development. The fetus will urinate in the amniotic sac. It is a sign of the proper functioning of the fetus's body. If the baby is a girl, her ovaries contain millions of eggs. If the fetus is a boy, his testicles will already start producing testosterone, male sex hormone, which is necessary for the development of his reproductive system. She or he is about 5 centimeters in size and 14 grams in weight. She or he is growing and maturing until ready to birth. During ejaculation, your pregnant milk is rise, milk contestants, milk check.
Are you done, class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, paste your answers on the board. Okay, group 1, please read your question and answer, please.
What is fertilization and development? Fertilization and development, it is the process by which the sperm cell fuses with an egg cell and the resulting cell is what we call zygote. What will happen when a sperm and egg fuses? If the sperm and egg fuses, it is result in the formation of zygote.
Okay, group 2, please read your question and answer.
Explain what those organ system can develop during 7 and 8 weeks. In 7 and 8 weeks, the baby has ear, fingers, finger bands, shoe bands, and umbilical bands. What week that the brain and spinal cord are beginning to form. In 5 weeks, the circulation system, brain, and spinal cord are beginning to form.
Okay, thank you, group 2. And then group 3, please read your question and answer.
Explain what will happen in 9 to 12 weeks and what organ system can develop. In these weeks, the diaphragm start to grow, the reproductive, circulatory, and urinary system are all advanced stage of development. After the baby completed, their organ system inside the womb of mother will deliver the baby in 34 to 36 the possible week. What is the function of the placenta during pregnancy? The function of placenta during pregnancy is to serve as an interlink between the mother and the developing fetus.
Okay, give a round of applause for everyone.
Yay!
Now, class, based on the picture that you've seen earlier and based on the video that I presented to you, what do you think is our topic for this morning? Anyone? Okay, Miss
I think it's all about fertilization.
That's right, you have a point. So, our topic for this morning is all about fertilization and development. So, for us to be guided, please let us all read our following objectives that we need to attain during our class discussion. Everybody?
At the end of the lesson, the pupils will be able to identify the stages of fertilization and development. Sequence is an fertilization and development. Give the value of fertilization and development.
Okay, since our topic is fertilization and development, do you have any idea what is this all about? Okay, please, Althea. Do you have any idea what is fertilization development all about?
Fertilization development is the process by which the sperm cell fuses with an egg cell and the resulting cell is what we call zygote.
That's right. So fertilization is when the sperm and egg join to form a new organism, while development is the process of growth and materialization from the single cell to complex organism. Now, based on your previous activity class, what are your observations? Miss Alcon, do you have an idea? Based on our previous activity, what are your observations?
My observation is how to form the baby.
Alright. Now, in every week, the baby has developed in every system. Now, where does the zygote takes place?
The zygote takes place from
Okay.
the fallopian tube.
That's right. From the fallopian tube, the zygote travels down to the uterus. Now, after fertilization, what will happen to zygote? Okay, Miss.
The zygote will become uterus.
Yes, very good. The zygote undergoes cleavage to form a blastula. Now, again, in 5 weeks, what are the system of the baby developed? Okay, Miss Umbay?
The organ of the baby has developed in 5 weeks is a heart.
That's right, very good. At the week 5, the circulatory system, brain and spinal cord are beginning to form. Now, do you know what is the function of the placenta during pregnancy? Okay, Miss Jamie?
The function of placenta during pregnancy is to serve the vital link between the mother and the developing fetus.
Okay, very good. The function of placenta during pregnancy is to serve as a vital link between the mother and the developing fetus. Now, in this picture, how many weeks that a baby has ear, finger buds, 2 buds, and umbilical cord? Okay, Miss?
7 and 8 weeks teacher.
Very good. In 8 weeks, in this 8th week, the little hands and feet are start to grow. Now, how about in the 9 to 12 of pregnancy? Ma'am? Okay, Miss Althea?
The 9 to 12 mama.
Yes,
In
Althea.
these weeks, the diagrams start to grow. The reproductive, circulatory, and urinary system are all advanced stage of development. After the baby completed their organ system inside the womb of mother, they will deliver the baby in 34 to 36.
Very good. Give a hand to Althea. So these weeks are the diagram are start to grow. The reproductive, circulatory, and urinary system are all advanced stage of development. Now, after the baby completed their organ system inside the womb of mother, will deliver the baby in 34 to 36 possible weeks. Now, again, class, why is it important to know the process of fertilization and development? Okay, Miss Libby.
Can you repeat your question, ma'am?
Why is it important to know the process of fertilization and development?
It is important to know the process of fertilization and development so that we will be aware on the development of our baby if we will become pregnant.
Excellent. That's right. it is very important to know about the process of fertilization and development. Now class, we are going to have an activity. I will group you into two groups. And all you have to do is to sequence the correct arrangement of fertilization and development. Now are you ready class?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Group 1, here's your materials. And group 2, you can have your tape here. You only have 3 minutes to finish your task. After you finish your task, you may put it on the board. Okay. For the group 1, who wants to represent your work? And group 2, be ready.
So this is our work. So this is the fertilized egg. Day 1. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, then into glass, then 1 month. 1 month, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, and then 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, and 9 months.
Okay, give a hand to group 1. Okay, group 2.
Output of the group 2. So this is fertilized egg followed by the 1 day, followed by the 5 days, 7 days, and 8 days. It is 4, and it is that's 2, that's easy. Then 1, followed by the months, 1 month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Okay, thank you group 2. Give a hand to group 2. Now let's check your work. For the group 1, for the delivery, since you don't deliver it right, I will give you like 9% out of 10. And for relevant up to the topic, I guess it is 10, so I will give you 10%. And for the cooperation, since the group will cooperate, so I will give you 10 points. The total of 29 points. Give a hand to yourself. And for the group 2, your delivery is not that much right, and I will give you 8 out of 10. And it's relevant to the topic, so I will give you 10 out of 10. And for cooperation, since the two of you will cooperate, so I'll give you 10%. Total of 28%. Give a hand to yourself, group. Now class, why is fertilization important in the human development? You have an idea why is fertilization important in human development? Because, okay, Miss Althea.
Fertilization is important in our human development, important in human development because we can produce
Yes, and also to create genetic diversity. Now, why is it important to learn about the fertilization and development? Okay, Miss Lily. Why is it important to learn about the fertilization and development?
We need,
Why is it important to learn about
it is important to learn about the fertilization and development so that because as the girls is we have and days when they are become fertile. So when they are fertile and when the egg fertilized, when the sperm fertilized with the egg and then it will form.
Yes, that's right, exactly. And also to understand the miracle of life. Now class, since you're already equipped with knowledge about the fertilization and development, I am going to give you a short quiz. Get one more sheet of paper and answer these following questions. But before that, for the test 1 class, it is a multiple type of test. All you have to do is to write the letter of the correct answer. Next. Are you done? Let's wait for the other class.
That's it.
Next game. Number 2. Are all done? Yes. Okay. Next teacher. Next teacher. Okay.
Next teacher.
Okay.
Next teacher.
Okay, we're done with the test 1 and let's proceed to the test 2. All we have to do is to write the T if the statement is true and F if the statement is false. Now you may start.
Next teacher.
Next teacher. Done, teacher.
Are all done?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, you may pass your paper in the center aisle and pass it forward. Now class, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed our today's discussion and goodbye class.
Goodbye.